Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. And after a while, today we are finally talking about a Korean drama, K-drama, which is Boyfriend on Demand. Its Korean name is Worgan Namchin, and I was really excited to talk about it as some of you guys were curious about the same exact reason. Because I am of course a fan of Blackpink and Jisoo, I really wanted to see this drama. I have been waiting for it a lot, and today we are finally gonna talk about it because all 10 episodes dropped on us simultaneously, and I was shocked to see everything in one place. I thought it was gonna be released weekly, so I was so excited. And yes, I binged watched all of it, so we are gonna talk about it. I'm trying to give not much of a spoiler, but I'm gonna talk about what it is, so the core information is all gonna be there. So the plot twist that you're all curious about is already in the summary because this is a review. I'm trying my best to not include too much of a spoiler, but you cannot expect me to talk about no spoilers when I review this drama. So we are gonna start with that. But first, we should introduce you to the cast. So let's meet them. Our female lead is Jisoo from Blackpink, of course. She's an actress, she has been an actress for a while. And out of respect for her, I'm not gonna talk about her acting because a lot of people are judging her for it, and I don't think I'm in the space to judge her about her acting. I think the professionals should do that. And if she landed such a role, that just is a sign that she is that good of acting now. So that shouldn't be a problem. I don't think people should write negative comments about her in like review things. And our male lead is So In-guk. So In-guk himself was also an idol a long time ago, and he turned into an actor a long time ago, like Jisoo. She is now acting, and he was once an idol, now he's acting as well. You might know him from his works like Doom at Your Service and The Smile Has Left Your Eye. These are some of his famous works. If you have watched them, you might know it. And the best thing about this drama is, I think, in episode 4, we have met a lot of cameos. What I mean by that is all of the male leads from other K-dramas you see in Netflix or any other platform, they were there. And I'm gonna explain why. So, this drama has a unique sense of romance, and its romance style is, in the internet, it is like, it says anthology style. I don't know what that means. I think I know what it means, but I don't think I would call that anthology style. And in this drama, of course, if you have seen the trailer or the posters, it is an AI game. It's a lot of boyfriends. Whenever you want to change them, you can change them, and there's an AI tool, like artificial intelligence tool. When you wear it, it is like a headband, but it is worn like this. It is gray, and it has a main device that it sits on your table. When you open it, the experience begins, and in this experience, it is a really recent tool, and in this experience you have boyfriends and their scenarios. And if you have a trial kind of thing, it is only 50 hours that you are allowed to talk to that male lead. These are not real men, but they are based off of real men. So they have a scenario, and our female lead Somire was introduced to this game was because she's a webtoon artist, not webtoon artist, she's a PD. She has a webtoon artist working for her, and she is helping that webtoon artist a to be become a better one. So she's reviewing them, like fixing some spelling mistakes, and she is really taking care of that webtoon artist. She is responsible for her everything, that artist's everything. So this woman, because it is a hard job to take care of someone, let alone take care of their work entirely. So it is a hard job. And Somire, our female lead, is having a hard time. She is stressed, and was she stopped taking care of this webtoon artist because someone else was taking care of them. But recently, in the first episode, we see a man angrily walking from the company's head's room, and he's so angry, and he is saying like, I can't do this anymore. I just can't take it. I don't want to do this. Do I have to do all of this? For why? Like, I'm so bored and I can't do it anymore. And he's shouting while he's saying these lines, and in the end we see him quitting. And Somire has been taking care of this webtoon artist for like a while, but it was changed for that man. Like, she was not taking care of her for like a year or so because that man was taking care of her as a webtoon artist, but now he's quitting. And that means it's gonna go back to their team, Somire's team, or the other team. There's two teams. Somire is in the team one, and the others are in the team two. And Mire had like such a hard time because of this webtoon artist, because it was so hard to take care of this webtoon artist. Why is that? Of course, motivation. You yourself lose motivation. I myself have lost my motivation, but I'm always trying to be consistent. But being consistent has taken a lot of courage and a lot of power in myself. Like, even at the days while I'm not feeling well, I'm sick while I'm filming this video as well, but I have to film something, and I have been waiting for this K-drama to review, so I have been excited. I have to do this. I have find my motivation. But that webtoon artist has, I think, a very weak mental health, and that is very normal. I have a very weak mental health as well, but she cannot find herself any kind of motivation. And Mira is always like, "작가님," which means like, writer, you can do this, just don't give up. And even when she doesn't know what to write, Mira helps her through that as well. Mira does everything for her. And when she's venting about something at like 3 a.m. in the morning, she opens up the phone and listens to her. Why? Because she's the PD of that work, producer. So she was having a hard time, and the fear of it that it might come back to her is really scary, because the first time she was taking care of her, she broke up with her ex because she was giving all her attention to her writer, the webtoon artist. And on the birthday of her ex, at the time it was her boyfriend, of course, she was late to her boyfriend's birthday, and she even burned the cupcakes that she made especially for him. And they were supposed to meet at a restaurant. It was supposed to be really romantic, and they were dating for like, they met in their university years, like in the second year or first year. And after they started dating, they never stopped. So they have been in a relationship for so long. And this one is, of course, understanding. He is understanding. But earlier that day, he went to her and said, if you have something to do, let's not just meet up. If you have like other works to do, like that webtoon writer, if she calls you or if you're gonna be busy, we can do this someday else. But Mire told him that no, 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 I'm gonna take care of everything. Leave everything to me. I'm gonna take care of her because today is your birthday. So you deserve all of this. So she made sure that she was gonna come. But after they were talking on the phone for like an hour or so, she fell asleep on the kitchen table. She was like just sleeping on the table and missed the hour. When she woke up, I think it was like 9 p.m. and everything was done. She was calling her boyfriend, but he was not picking up those calls because I think he was angry. All of us would have been angry. And after that, I think it just made a way to break their relationship because sometime after a while they broke up. I think from a viewer's eyes, I think it was because of the writer, the webtoon writer. I know she's busy, but not all of the webtoon artists are like that. She's such a hard person to work with, so that's why nobody wants to work with her as well. And even though her work is on the #1 list, the popularity list always, she's just such a hard person to work with. Some people are like that. They're not made for like working in a team. But this woman is just making things so hard for Mire, and she's like hating her life, hating her work. And yeah, after we see this man quit, they are so curious about who, which producer is gonna get this webtoon artist. And of course, like all negative thing happening at once, our female lead Mire is gonna have that writer again, and she's gonna be the producer of that webtoon artist again after a while. And she's just thinking like, at least I had a rest. At least I had a rest. And the CEO of this company assures that her contract is gonna end soon. So this might be her final season. So you just have to make sure everything happens well till the end. And then I don't think we're gonna renew her contract. So you just have to put up with her once and you're gonna be done. So after he assures her like that, and of course our male lead has a role in that one. Our main lead is played by So In-gun, like I said. His name is Park Kyung-nam. And Kyung-nam is like almost all of the K-dramas main leads. He's a cold person. He has a cold personality. He never smiles. He has glasses on. He looks like he's so serious about his job. We cannot guess what he's thinking all the time. And while Mire was trying to hand this webtoon artist to someone else, and that someone else is the other team, and the other team's team leader is that man, Kyungnam. So that man was, of course, not trying to have her in his own team as well. So he was trying to fight against Mire, and of course there's a rivalry there. So this drama, when it was ending, I was like, okay, this drama's trope is colleagues to rivals to an unknown stage of their relationship and then being lovers. So the trope, I can say it like that. If you're interested in tropes like that, you can take a look. And there's always a rivalry between them. They're always hating each other because at the end, Mira tried everything she could which I mean by that is she went to the CEO's favorite cafe, got his favorite macarons, and at the end, Kyungnam was earlier and had a whole box of macarons and a coffee along with it. So he was earlier and he had more macarons, and Mira thought she lost these competition. And at the end, she really lost it because this webtoon writer that we have talked about is under her care again. So she's taking care of this webtoon artist again, and Kyungnam is taking care of the webtoon artist that was already with them for a long time. And I will give you the webtoon's names. So Mire's webtoon that she's taking care of and the webtoon artist she's taking care of is the writer of the webtoon A Man to Know. And the other teams, Kyungnam's team is taking care of a webtoon artist who's a very young male, and he's the writer of the webtoon Plan C. So they are fighting for the number one list on the popularity on the app. So every week after the episodes are released, they have a weekly evaluation, some kind of, and they write the number one, number two, number three. Like if you have seen the webtoon app, they have that one as well. And if you see a number one on that list, you are wondering, oh, I should read that one. And it is a really beneficial risk for readers to know what they read all the time. If they don't know what to read, they can check that one out and see the genre. If they're interested, they can go read that. And this one is a really important one because these two webtoons are fighting for the number one spot, but Mire's webtoon artist has been the number one for a long time. For a long time. A Man to Know has been the number one for a long time. And to beat that is a little bit impossible, but not impossible. It is possible. So you can do it, but it has to be such a good work that it is gonna be up in the charts. And Plan C has been the number two for a while as well, just under the A Man to Know, and they have been fighting for it. And the reviews of the number one webtoon is almost saying, I can not know why the Plan C is in the number two spot. I have been loving this one so much better because number one, I think it is like, I don't like it anymore. It has been a hundred something episodes. It has been aging. It has been aging not like a wine but like a milk. So they have to up their game in like the storytelling, the scenario to be able to maintain this spot. So Kyungnam, our male lead, and Mire, our female lead, is always fighting and not in good terms of their relationship. And after a meeting of this webtoon artist, Amanda Know's writer, and the team leader of another company, a technological company, Boygan Namchin, is a game. A boyfriend on demand is gonna be a game. It is gonna hit the markets. But before that, this team leader was so like impressed by our female leads Mire's thoughts, and like she said something about, I cannot take cringe at all. I cannot do romance because it is cringy. So I don't like these kinds of romances. And the team leader heard that and was like, okay, I know what you have said in the meeting. I've heard you, and we have a game like this. You know, we have talked about it because the webtoon that your writer has been writing, A Man to Know's male lead, is gonna be on that game as a male lead. Like I said, there are scenarios and male leads, you're gonna go in them and experience dating them. And the male lead of that webtoon, A Man to Know, is gonna be in that game. Cheshiu, I think his name was Cheshiu, and he's gonna be in that game as like one of the scenarios, because they have 900 scenarios and he's gonna be one of them. And the team leader is like, your view on romance is so different and we want to be able to like hit a larger scale. So you don't like romance, the cringy bits. If you can do a review for us, it's gonna be amazing for us, because our reviews that our review makers were like interested in romance, so that's why they were reviewing it. But you're on not the same page, you're on a different page. You don't like romance, you don't like the cringy bits of romance, so we would like it if you would review this game. And Mire is like, yeah, I've said that, but I don't think I can review for you guys. I don't have that kind of time. And the team leader is like, we're gonna pay you as well. Of course, your view on this game is so important for us. Why wouldn't we pay you? And Mira, after hearing that, of course, an additional income is always welcome. And she doesn't have to do anything. She just has to play the game and review it. And team leader gives the box and says that you're gonna have a monthly trial, and after that we're gonna hear back from you. It is so important that you meet these male leads and review them on like a scale 1 to 10. How did you like this? And you're gonna have a free spot to write your actual things, not like just numbering them. So it would be good if you would just experience it, you know? And then our female lead said yes, and that day when she went home, she went into the game. So she put on the headband and connected the device to her phone. All of her information was connected, so the game knows how she looks, how she speaks, how everything works. So after putting it on, of course she was not waiting. She didn't have any expectations for this game. And coincidentally, the first scenario she ended up with is the webtoon she's producing. So it was interesting to see. The webtoon they were producing, A Man to Know, the male lead was gonna be in the game, like I've said, and it was already in the game. And the producer of that webtoon was experiencing a romance with them already. And after like the very first scenes, our female lead Mira is so shocked that she's like, I'm gonna take this off. I can't, because it's her first time experiencing something like this, like an artificial intelligence tool, and it was so scary because it was so realistic. And she's like, no, I cannot do this, and she takes it off. And the next day she tries again, and it goes on. The webtoon they're writing is a chaebol style romance. They have a hotel. It is a chaebol archetype, and of course she experienced this love. And after experiencing this romance, she's like, okay, I'm done. I think nobody can top this man. Our chaebol archetype, I think this man was the best. I don't think I can love any other man, experience some other kind of man. But of course, after it ends, because it's a 50-hour trial thing, after it ends she has to review some kind of other things. So the woman in that game that is like doing all the things, like she is her I don't know what it is called, but she's like organizing all these scenarios and organizing, analyzing her data to which one of the male leads she might like the most. So she recommends that one and makes her go do that one. And the second one that she's gonna experience, even though she doesn't want to, but is forced to by that organizer, that woman, is of course the first love archetype. She goes back in her university days, and her ex, like I said, they met while they were in the university, and she's reminiscing a lot of their romance because they broke up badly, not in good terms. And our male lead Mire, our female lead Mire was hating that man for so long, and in a recent wedding, she saw his new fiance, and it was like, you even proposed to her? You like each other that much? And the thing that our female lead is just bummed about is whenever they were together, he would talk about his future like, when I get married, I wanna have kids. When I get married, I wanna have like this kind of kids, this many kids, and I wanna have a wedding like this. I wish I was like this in my future. He always uses I, and Mireille is like always, why are you saying I? Why cannot you picture a future with me? Just say we. We can do all these together. I'm not gonna judge you if you say we. I would like a future with you. That's why we're dating. And after seeing like her ex propose to her, she was like, you could picture a future with her. You couldn't with me though. So that's why she's a bit bitter. And like I said, they broke up on bad terms. So all she remembered after the breakup was their worst moments. But after experiencing, So Kang Jun makes an appearance as this archetype. So he is the male lead of this scenario. That's why I have said there's a lot of male leads from the other dramas, and I was overwhelmed with the visuals. And Jisoo herself is like a visual queen, and seeing her with this many of men and seeing how they look with each other was a really good experience as well. And it was amazing to see her with like Isuhyuk, So Kang-jun, Nam Joo-hyuk. I don't think Nam Joo-hyuk was there. JY, not JYP, J Park. J Park was there, and Mire has experienced a romance with him as like an idol dating archetype, and there's a lot of idols there. There was so many melees, I cannot even remember all of them. I watched all of the K-drama, the all 10 episodes last night, by the way. 10 hours non-stop. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still in the aftermath about like this K-drama finished now. What do I do now? I'm in that kind of stage in my life right now. I don't know what to watch. I'm excited about one K-drama. It is gonna be our next video. And let's go back to our second archetype, first love archetype. After seeing this kind of scenario with this male lead, she is like, wow, we had so many good memories together, but because of our breakup, all I could remember was our bad times. So I hated him. But after experiencing this 50-hour trial with the first love archetype, she's like, I loved this man once upon a time, and I don't hate him. I just wish him well. I just wish him well in his future with his fiance. I don't really care now. I don't hate him because we had such good times together, and I just don't have a bad thing to say about him. So this man, this experience changed her whole view on her ex, but not like I wanna go back to him, I wanna date him again. Just like, okay, we ended things in bad terms, but now I don't hate him at least, so I just wish him well. That's it. So she just came to a conclusion in her life about her ex, and I loved it because nobody wants to have a bad relationship with their ex. Just be in on normal terms. Just when you see each other, you can say hi. Just you don't have to hate each other after you break up. And this one was like a sign of that. And I think about archetypes, you're gonna see a lot of archetypes in this one, and a lot of archetypes are gonna be experienced by our female lead. And after the trial ends, the 1 month trial ends, is she gonna purchase a monthly trial again? Is she gonna pay for the other month? We don't know. And as you can see by the posters and the title of this video, she's gonna end up with Kyungnam, Park Kyungnam, our male lead. And if you're curious about how they end up with each other, how they went from rivals to lovers, and there was an unknown stage between that, because the unknown stage, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. The unknown stage was, she was just like, if we start something, it is gonna end. So I don't want to start a relationship because I know it is gonna end. So I just want to stay like friends, colleagues. I don't want to start anything. And I know I like this man, and he's making moves on me. And she's like, okay, I understand you. You have confessed your love to me, but have you never thought about my feelings? I'm trying my best to not fall in love with you, but you are making me and my heart flutter so much, and I'm always thinking like, should I do something? Should I date him? And she's always second guessing herself. She's wondering what to do. And in that kind of moment, our male lead kisses our female lead, and now after that they start dating. And that's it for today's video. If you're curious about this drama, you can go check it out on Netflix. It was released on March 6, 2026. It is a very recent one, and all 10 episodes are available, so you can binge watch it. Like, I love how I do that. And if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I always need your support. Please don't forget to support me. And that's it for this week. I will see you guys next week. Thank you for watching.